Jesse, you're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Never look back. Best thing that ever happened to me.
This city ordinance is the best thing that ever happened to us.
She's the best thing that ever happened to me. And I look at you, and I just want to help.
As a matter of fact, you're the best thing that ever happened to us. Okay?
I'm the best thing that ever happened to you? Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, my hunter's the best thing that ever happened to me.
You're the best thing that ever happened to me, baby.
Best thing that ever happened to me.
This is the best thing that ever happened to me.
Best thing that ever happened to me.
Harry dying was the best thing that ever happened to her?
Yeah, because now she can have sex with somebody who's not an accountant.
Bill Clinton is the best thing that ever happened to Washington, and I say that as a Republican.
Because she's the best thing that ever happened to you.
She's the best thing that ever happened to me.
But yet, today, I know that her leaving was the best thing that ever happened to me.
If he did that, he missed out on the best thing that ever happened to him.
In my opinion, meeting me was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Look, I've been thinking that you getting the sack is maybe the best thing that ever happened to you.
What? You guys the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Winning that ticket, Rose, was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I think the Keen Act was the best thing that ever happened to us.
This little breakup might be the very best thing that ever happened to you.
She's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Emma taking off was the best thing that ever happened to me. And you're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Cesar was the best thing that ever happened to him.
So, in a way, that became the best thing that ever happened to me.
The mental war was the best thing that ever happened to me.
You're the best thing that ever happened to me, okay?
That woman is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life!
She's the best thing that ever happened to me.
She was nuts about you. She's the best thing that ever happened to you.
Adoption really was the best thing that ever happened to us.
It might be the best thing that ever happened to him.
It's the best thing that ever happened to them.
Actually, jail was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Best thing that ever happened to me.
Best thing that ever happened to me before that day.
Best thing that ever happened to you, Gary.
She's the best thing that ever happened to me.
She's the best thing that ever happened to you.
She said you were the best thing that ever happened to her in her whole life. Moving to this house was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I know you think Tony's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Well, you told me that Emma leaving was the best thing that ever happened to you.
You not killing Michael might be the best thing that ever happened to me.
This woman's the best thing that ever happened to you, and you're just ignoring her.
Your wife, man, the best thing that's ever happened to you.
Like the best thing that ever happened to him. Little anchors that kept him from floating adrift.
You never know. Could be the best thing that ever happened to me.
I worked at it. It was the best thing that ever happened to me, hands down.